we go. Okay.
Go ahead and start shuffling now. Welcome, everybody.
Three times.
This
3 splits.
is gonna be fun. Huh. And he said 3 splits.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fire, king of water.
They can't see it. Just shuffle it.
Oh. Phooey. Okay. Third time. Now 3 piles. Uh-huh. 1, 2, 3.
Put that on top of that.
Now I'm gonna put his here.
You've done this before. You forgot, baby? All right, and then put those back. All right, thank you. Keep doing that to all 4 piles.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Tree time, tree time. 1. 2. 3. And I got 1. And a 2. And a 3. And now I'm gonna do 1 and a 2. Okay. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Welcome, welcome. Mr. Lightwork shuffling the cards. I done know. Alright. Yeah. Bam. Oh, that was supposed to happen. That was just 2 of them, huh? Bam. And bam. Okay. Oh. Last one. Here we go. Here we go. Oh no. Two.
Oh, Lanice is a new member on my channel, babe.
Hey, Lanice,
Lanice,
welcome.
she just
Toi.
She was just in yours and now she's in mine. Isn't that sweet?
That is super sweet. I think I might have cavities.
What?
Get it? Because she's so sweet.
Okay, go away.
Okay.
You goof. Oh, and it's so warm here. Your undercarriage is always so warm.
I do not know what to say to this.
Nothing. You just take the compliment.
Thank you.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Ascent. I am your coach, Fiery Grace the Gifted. The hands you just saw were not these lovely hands. They were those beast hands. I'm a beast. And these beauty hands are my hands belonging to me. My divine masculine was just here shuffling.
Mine belonging to me.
I felt that it was very important that on 11/11, at 11/11, at least in my time zone, my timeline, my perspective, that the intersection of energies occurred. So it's now going into a normal Fiery Grace reading. If you missed it, Mr. Lightwork just completed his first tarot reading, and it was surprisingly fantastic. And I only say surprisingly because I did not expect it to be as energetically uplifting and fun. It was, I mean, it was incredible. So if you missed that, definitely check that out soon. For now, for first and foremost, please type 11/11/2020. I want everyone to really embody that energy for a moment as we enter this, because if you're here during the live, that means that you are contributing to the overall message that's coming. The more we have from the collective present, the more we will be able to tap in. I entitled this in the moment, as always, because it just kind of comes. I'm like, oh yeah, I have to give it a title. Mr. Lightwork, do you ever feel that way too? Like, yeah, like, oh yeah. And so in the moment, I just, after I typed 11/11/2020, and I was led to type it as like time, even though 2020 isn't 2 digits, it's four. But I was led to type it that way. And then I heard, you know, the twin flame reading of the century. And I just have a feeling that the rarity of the energies right now, the potency, I mean, there's something that's going to come through here that is going to be a blessing for many days, nights to come. And it's going to be something that I think helps shift the entire twin flame collective. A lot of twin flames are coming into their journey through YouTube. It was no accident that even YouTube had a reboot, had a portal that was walked through. Some of you noticed that YouTube was down on a global level, and you weren't able to watch. Some people weren't able to watch anything. Some people were just struggling a little bit. It wouldn't get to a certain point, but that was an energetic shift, and it was no accident. So if you're here right now, you're meant to be here. Strap in, buckle in, as they say. And I am going to assess our energies. I'm going to see what it is we need to know about what messages will come through today, tonight, wherever you are, whenever you are. And now I would like you to tell me your moon sign. Yeah. I want to know if you know what your moon is. If you don't know what your moon is, you can tell us your sun, but tell me your moon. Hmm. Okay. All right. I'm going to dive in. Now, Mr. Lightwork, when he was using the decks before in his reading, he shuffled like how some people shuffle where the cards all stay upright, and some people shuffled just kind of regular or their own way. So he shuffled where they all kind of went in different directions. And so I decided that, because normally when after he uses my decks, I'll kind of go through and put them back in order. But I feel like there's something important that needs to come through. So I'm going to take the reversals for the most part in this reading, unless I feel otherwise. Interesting that the first thing that comes up, Nine of Swords in reverse. Dreams are coming true, but they're not coming true in a way that feels like, oh yeah, I've got everything buttoned up. They're coming through in a way that is almost, there's no other way to describe it other than miraculous. There's no other way to describe it other than miraculous. That's it. And you're going to feel the ending that's happening right now. You're going to feel it. You know how sometimes readers will say, yeah, the cycle, it's ending. This is a purge. This is of the purge. And you're like, how many purges? How many endings? How many beginnings? And it's like, well, first of all, obviously you need to learn a bit about cycles and how everything works before you ask that kind of question. But I do get it, because I was there before, and I would be like, really? How many times are we going to have to sit here and hear, okay, this is the final purge. This is the final closing. This is the cycle. And then not really feel it. Kind of have to like search our lives. Like, where is the ending happening for me? Not this one. In fact, I have a feeling most of you already feel this. I have a feeling Mr. Lightwork and I, the conversations we've been having for the past 2 or 3 days, I think we already feel this. So some of you already know. So here what we see, if this was upright, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. This is a card of nightmares. This is a card of heaviness, heavy internal conflict. And we see all of these things kind of melting away. And again, in a way we didn't expect, in a way that, again, nothing short of a miracle. There is no other way to describe it. What don't we understand about this? Wow. It's the Emperor. You know how so many of you say, it would take a miracle for my DM to do blank? You got your miracle. Isn't it crazy that you do your reading and you, what did you just say to me? I always tell you that you're the man. And
I have
as
more
the
power.
masculine energy, you have more raw power. I lean into intuition, you lean into power. You say that to me, and the miracle is the divine masculine suddenly is in their power. Man, this is a crazy day, bruh. This is a crazy day, bruh.
Today was the portal,
This is
the 11/11
I
portal, the
know.
manifestation.
I get it, but
Hyper manifestation.
yeah, hyper is right. In fact, that's you. You know what?
What?
Earlier, I saw the number 922 for you because you really identify like closely with 911, and I saw 922. That's the master builder. 920. Dude, this is insane. What started in September? That's when your son got here. Okay, so many of you are going to need to look back and think, if you know what's going on with your divine masculine, if you know what's been happening in their life, look back to see what September was like for them. Did they start a new job? Did they have a change in their life? Did they move? Did they break up with someone? Did they start a relationship? Something happened to solidify their, year of the divine masculine. It's happened. So again, I kind of told you guys, by 11/11, we're really already in the energy of 2021 now. Like we were into it even 6 months ago. It's so powerful, the decade we're moving into, that there's a lot of overlap, but we're there now. And the last couple, what is this, like there's like 50 days or something like that left in the year. This last period of time, it really is, it's buttoning up one thing to prepare for the next, but you're already, it's like when you graduate from high school or college, and you're in those last few weeks of your semester. You already know that you've met all the requirements. You already know you're going to walk across the stage. You're just kind of doing things to get things done and preparing for the next thing, using that time and enjoying yourself. There's so much really good energy that I think is going to come in. And it doesn't mean that the world is suddenly going to get better and everything's going to change around you. It's about what's happening inside. The self-fulfilling prophecies, and really fulfilling them, meaning you create them and then fulfill them. That part of it is over, but it's especially over for the divine masculine. It's especially over for that person. So this is big.
Gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge. And what started in September has come to an end. Whatever energy was there, it's now over. And you are going to, over the next 50 days, start to see in the Hebrew, there's a feast. Oh my gosh, I can't remember, but there's something that, that's bad. I need to go to Seder. This is bad. Anyways, there's a point where we have the days of awe, and is it after pass? I don't remember, but I feel like it's like 49 or 50 days or something like that. And we count the Omer. Is that the same time? Oh my gosh, it's all combined. But anyways, I get that. These will be like the days of awe. This is leading us into kind of like this sense of a jubilee year even, which is weird because I don't know why that's 50, 51, 49, 50. I'm seeing these very symbolic, very traditionally viewed types of things, such as a year of jubilee, that are across cultures. Like everyone can identify with that feeling or that sense, and it's in order. It's not just an accidental thing. It's in order, and it's exactly what it needs to be, and everyone's starting to sense it and feel it coming. This is very strange because for the most part, when you think about this card, you don't feel anything good. But I think it's like ripping the Band-Aid off after all that time and expecting it to be gross and infected, and it's gone. I think that there's going to be even a period over these next couple of days and weeks where people are a bit puzzled at why they feel so good. Okay, so what does that mean then? If we're coming into a time where we can anticipate the best, if we're coming into a time where We just feel rested and renewed and all of that. What does that mean in the 5D? What does that mean in the spirit? Wow. Psychic insights. Major downloads are coming. This is so funny because remember I talk about all the time, there's going to be this point where the divine feminine's battle with, you know, the reunion journey and the need to control and the need to be together ends. And the divine feminine goes out into the battle and fights. And all of a sudden, in the middle of an intense battle, the divine feminine turns and sees the divine masculine. Or on the road, headed to the next place, the next location, all of a sudden the divine masculine is just walking alongside. And it just kind of happens. And that is the sense I'm getting here, is we're about to go into this new period, but in that time of the rest and the renewal, the time between battles, the space between, the divine masculine is going to show up again in this miraculous way. Like all the things, all the barriers, all the battle, all the issues, all the problems that seemed insurmountable, the things that some of you were scared to get into union as much as you wanted it because you knew what it would still bring. You knew what you were still going to have to face and deal with and handle and all that. And it's somehow even that stuff isn't going to be a problem anymore. I don't know what's going on.
It's clicking. The stars are aligning. The divine masculines are coming into divinity. They're becoming closer to that point of their pivotal moments, of their choice of the awakening.
Whoa. You want to know something crazy? I always used to think about my dad. My dad got really wealthy because when he started in the industry he's in, it was during the Clinton era, and it was just a perfect time. He got into the right place at the right time, the right seat on the right bus, in the right road, on the right journey. I mean, it was perfect. And that's how my dad became who he became. I get this sense because I'm feeling an overall energetic shift, but you see the divine masculine of it all because you're the one who's going through this too. I don't think this is just one or the other. That's what the miracle is. The miracle is the timing is aligned.
Right.
That's the miracle. That's why it's 11, 11, 11, 11. Because how often does, what do they call it? Like preparation meets perspiration. What do they call it? Or attitude plus this plus, but it's about like that divine providence.
Right.
You know, making sure you're ready. The truth is the divine masculine has not been making sure they were ready. The truth is the divine masculine has really been self-fulfilling prophesying over their life. Just nonsense. Oh, nothing's going to get better. Nothing's going to get better. Nothing's going to change. I ain't this. I ain't that.
Whether you think you are or you think you're
right.
not, either way, you're right.
And then luckily for them, see, and they don't even know this. Ooh, Mr. Lightwork, you're so spoiled. You are so spoiled. And you know it. They don't even know that's what's happening. They don't realize that the energies are going to work out for them. They think it's about to be an uphill battle, but it's actually not, because they're getting luck. It's the wheel of fortune.
Good. That means that now they'll be doing extra work and it's not necessary. So all that extra work can go into getting more than what was thought that was going to be getting from the original amount that they thought they had to be up against.
Holy cow. Holy cow, guys. This is a big deal. And you know, we've got these eclipses coming up. So what do we got here? We have a lunar eclipse, a solar eclipse, and then we got one more. I get this. Wait, do we? I don't remember. I can't remember. I'm trying to see my calendar, but I can't see it. Okay. That's interesting that I'm talking about the last 50 days and then the moon comes up and we've got major eclipses. And this is, okay, and we've got Sagittarius Gemini is the eclipse season that we're in, or the cycle that we're in. Oh, this is getting deep. Oh, this is getting deep. What's back here? Sorry. Oh, crap, you guys. You guys, it's happening here too. If you remember Mr. Lightwork, his first reading had like 13 probably is not the number, but at least like 6 or 7 cards that repeated across 2 different decks. And now the syncs and signs. I told you this is what I felt. This is not a joke, you guys. This is not a joke. Please pay attention. Oh my gosh. the fact is, babe, people still just watch these readings like kind of like, oh, I'm just here for the chat. You know, I'm just here to see when my reunion is. And it's like, come on. Come on. All right. Okay.
Come on.
I guess I should interpret this, huh? I think what's being said here is that the insights are coming during this time, during the days of awe. You're going to be in awe of all the miraculous shifts that happen over this time. Both counterparts are going to be moving forward along the road. Whereas, yes, the divine feminine is going to be a little bit more well-traveled and aware and awakened and all that. The divine masculine has heart. And what have I told you about before? I would rather hire somebody who has 90% of what they've got to offer me is good attitude and a lot of ambition than to hire someone who 90% of what they have to offer me is some sort of actual like specialty or expertise in it, like academically, even though I'm all about academics, all the degrees and all the, I love school, but I would rather bring somebody on who's going to give their all every day than someone who's going to kind of have an attitude and think they know it all or whatever.
That's
and
why
I just
they're saying that they hard work outbeats talent.
correct.
Every time.
Thank you, baby. So it's so interesting because that's what I'm kind of getting here is the divine masculine, 8 of Pentacles. They're finally willing to, in the middle, they're coming into balance.
11.
Oh my God.
The small Libra scales are balanced and the big Libra scale is now balanced.
The crazy thing is that we've got this multiplicity. This is a quickening. This is an expansion energy. 9 times 2 is 18. But it's the reverse to me. What?
Quickening.
What?
11 portal.
Okay.
Hyper manifestation.
You really are. You digging this portal, huh? So to me, this says this is not just a quickening, but it's a quickening in reverse. Like it's a quick turn over for situations. Pivot. It's a quick turn in situation for pivot for situations that again, it wasn't expected, babe. I hope that this, whatever this means for us, that it could mean some good stuff is all I'm going to say. Because you know what I mean? Okay. All right. So now let's look at both twins and see where they're at. Oh my God, you guys aren't going to believe it.
They're not.
You know what's crazy? My channel, 1111, your channel, 911. The twins, this is crazy. This is crazy. The divine feminine is taking out the trash. That's where the new beginning is coming in. The divine masculine is grabbing a hold of the opportunity and not putting it down. This is insanity. This is insanity. This is insanity.
This is crazy. Crazy.
I'm sorry, guys.
Mouth open in shock. Oh, wow.
Okay. All right, let's interpret. Sorry, guys.
A for awesome and wow.
Okay, you said A for awesome. Let's do DM first then. So, awesome job, divine masculine. Seriously. Bravo. Because through it all, even though some of your divine feminines knew that you were doing a great job and loved you and were patient, and half of them probably aren't even on YouTube, the rest of us, me included, have been harping, as you say you don't like to harping, acting like a harpy. We have been nagging. If we haven't been nagging you, we've been nagging spirit, source, universe, God. When is my DM? Where is my DM? Why is my DM? How is my DM? What is my DM? Why are you asking all these questions? I thought you just knew. DM, killing the game in spite of all of that. I'm serious. I'm not trying to call all the DFs out. Some of you aren't doing that, but some of you guys know that you really could not, even now you're having trouble believing your DM is any of the things I'm claiming or saying or showing. I get it. I don't blame you. But the divine masculine has seized the day. They are taking the opportunity. Again, Mr. Lightwork, please get out these cards.
You had me shuffle.
I know, but I did not know that your energy was so freaking strong, bro.
Now you know.
And you are such a DM for the collective. Like, they don't even know yet. You guys don't really know, but Mr. Lightwork's energy constantly matches the collective. It's insane. So, okay. What does this mean? What do we need to understand about how big of a change this is? This is how they're going to just end up alongside you, but what do we need to understand? I cannot.
What?
They are taking out the garbage. Okay, hold on. What's back here?
What?
Freak. Baby, look what you shuffled. You shuffled 11. I told you guys. Holy, okay. Grace is gonna freak out. No, I'm not freaking out.
Breathe in.
Thank you. I wasn't breathing. Okay. Okay.
Let the walk through
I
it.
think everyone else might be freaking out too. So let's everybody. Wow. Oh, dear Lord in heaven. Bless us all. If there is anyone who's not supposed to be here right now, you're going to have to leave because this is way too intense for you to even be a little bit a part of it. But also, if you hear this now in that energy that you're in, you will miss this message in the future too. Because you're not supposed to get it now. This is clearly not for you if you feel in any kind of way right now. Step out, come back another time, even watch it in a few hours when it's not live, but please do not be a part of this. For those of you who are here, deep breaths. This is going to be real. This is going to be intense. It's going to be a lot. If you need to go to bed, please feel free because I know you got work with your son tomorrow. So please, okay? Okay.
I'll stick around for a little bit. I wanna see
Right,
what
me
happens.
too, because it's crazy. Okay, everybody. What this means. I wasn't even done. I wasn't even done. And this is the Ten of Cups. Remember, it came up in your. I know.
Holy cannoli.
All right. We have 1111. We also have 2020 for the Divine Feminine. Okay. Whew. I changed the channel name to Ascent 1111, and then this happens, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We see the Divine Masculine, the reason why, the thing that the Divine Feminine, and really the Divine Masculine, that they have not considered about how they were even able to grab a hold, how they were even prepared, any of it for this opportunity. This right here, remember what we saw. We saw these cards together. You see the big old circle, big old bright circle, right? Well, guess what? This card in the Rider-Waite, the Ace of Pentacles, big old bright circle, okay? So I am just...
high school. Thank you.
Thank you for the donation, guys. Yes, donations are appreciated. This is a free reading for the entire collective, so anything you guys have to share or give is so great appreciated. But if you can't, just tune in.
That was awesome. That makes me want to stay up a little bit longer. See who
Aw,
else does
that's
that.
sweet. You're so funny. So yeah, you see this big old bright, and it's like there's this. It's almost like the deer in the headlights moment. Again, I get that sense of kind of being a little bit in shock. But it's like the Divine Masculine was able to see and seize, right? Carpe diem in that moment because they had already taken out the trash. To me, this right here, first and foremost, I hear there are karmic situations that have been done.
That means that they've been doing the work for a while.
I know, and that's exactly what I felt like
That
I was
means
supposed to
that
say here.
If
and
you
here.
have been on their back, you've been on their back for a while they've been working on it.
Which means
so they were
this-
working on it in spite of you.
Which must
Do
be
not
why
work against yourself.
seeing this tells me that the Divine Feminine, the work that the feminine might actually be doing might not be any work at all. It might be letting go of this idea of the Divine Masculine.
Being still and letting go is one and the same, and that is work. Being still is work. People are used to trying to do things all the time, keeping themselves busy, distractions, whatever. Being still is more work than doing stuff. Try it. I
Well,
dare you.
I just hope the Divine
That's why people
Masculines get
can't meditate.
justice, you know? I just hope the Divine Masculines get justice. Because I do have a sense and a feeling here that, yeah, this is, some of them have been treated poorly, and the Divine Feminine in the same way that the Divine Masculine sometimes accidentally hurt the Divine Feminine, the Divine Masculines have accidentally, or Divine Feminines have accidentally hurt the Divine Masculine by having the certain assumptions, kind of moving forward, thinking one thing when it's really the other, and never even giving them a chance. And again, I'm not trying to discount. There are DMs who have done things. Mr. Lightwork, you and I both know we've been through things that you did do something mean or bad or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is that doesn't mean that I've never done anything wrong.
I am in no shape or form perfect. I have done things that you should not have forgiven me for. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you have, and I've changed my ways, and I have to give you grace now when you assume that I'm still in my old ways, because that's what I've shown you much longer than I have shown you that I've changed. So I understand, and I give you grace and return that which you gave to me originally.
But you know what that makes me realize? I'm glad you just said that, because the collective now needs to know that the divine masculine is going to be in two modes. In their personal life and in their light work, they're going to be moving through taking opportunities. But I think with the divine feminine, they're going to be sitting here cleaning up the old messes. And I think if the divine feminine can be the one to do it first, we can have the happiness. But if the divine feminine cannot let go of what they thought the divine masculine was doing, then unfortunately, this is what the divine masculine will also have to be focusing on. So we're going to have two separate areas of focus. We're going to have someone trying to build their empire and then someone trying to repair damage to something that honestly, the divine feminine has a choice. The divine feminine can wait for the apology, but the apology may never come. The divine feminine can wait for the divine masculine to finally figure out what needs to be done to make them finally feel better, because honestly, they don't know themselves. They don't know what to tell the DM to do to fix it.
How can you know
You
a
can't.
remedy for somebody that doesn't know their own pain? Their
Right.
Own they can't even. They don't know their own remedy. They don't even know their own pain. They don't know they're in pain. You can't tell somebody
Right.
that they're sick.
So you may end up not getting an apology from that person, not because they don't love you or not because they don't think you're worth it, but because they never ever figure out how, or by the time they do, it would be rehashing. And you might always need it, but again, that might say more about you than it does about them, because the other option that you have is true forgiveness.
Let's move to a different lot.
True forgiveness means you are going to have to let go of some things, but also remember this. If we're getting a message early on that there's a shift in the self-fulfilling prophecy, negative thinking, awful thoughts flowing through our head on a consistent basis, if that's changing, then what this is telling us is it's going to be the divine feminine who keeps that energy there. Now, does that mean divine feminine that I'm telling you that you're not allowed to have your, no, I'm just telling you that God is saying to you right now, things are changing, and how it progresses is now your choice, because the divine masculines are sorry. The divine masculines do feel bad, and the divine masculines are willing to put a lot of energy into repairing your relationship if they have to. But if you're willing to forgive and give them a chance, I'm not saying forget, but give them a chance to show you the new, then you will not have to waste any of your shared collective twin dynamic energy on making you feel better, because you do it yourself. This is a clear message. 1111 showing up on 1111 in an 1111 reading with 2020 showing up.
With the divine masculine in the lead.
The
Year of the DM.
Right. Come on. It's the year of the divine masculine. We're moving into the year of the twin flame. The truth is we're really already there. And
Divine
I think
feminines, y'all waited so long for the divine masculine to do their thing. It would be an absolute shame and a crime and a tragedy if you were to cause the relationship to go awry because you're holding onto the old DM when all this time you wanted him to be awakened, and now he's finally moving in it and you're still on the old one.
that's why you guys had a separation period for some of you, not everybody, but for some of you, your separation period was to give you a chance to forget,
See it with fresh eyes.
so that when they came back, you could look at them and go, oh my gosh, I can see it. Some of you were meant to be a part of it. Like me and Mr. Lightwork were meant to be together. I needed to see his progress, because I probably, had he come back around, first of all, just knowing me wouldn't have given him a chance. But second of all, probably would have never have known just how much he's changed. Some people have to have it right in their face to see that someone's changed. Some people have to have forgotten about things and basically meet almost a brand new person to see the change. That is a reason behind separation. See, separation isn't always because someone did something bad or because someone's not awakened or not enlightened. Sometimes separation is just because it's the best thing for those people's dynamic.
It might be removing temptation.
Come on. So who do we got? Oh, Goody, Dana.
And Dana.
We've got and
Thank
also
you guys so
we
much.
have so many of my clients are sharing right now and donating. We love you guys. Goody's actually our client. So we love you guys so much. We appreciate you. And those of you who keep coming in as new members, we appreciate you guys too, especially those of you on that $199 membership. That right there, if enough of you join in, that is what supports the collective and keeps these readings free. So to everyone who's here in the chat, who's here in the live, happy 11/11. I hope you've had an awesome time. I hope you feel that upgrade already integrating into you. I'm going to set up a spread. Mr. Lightwork is here. Ascent is the new channel name for both of us. Ascent 911, Mr. Lightwork. Ascent 1111, 911, 911. Whatever it is, I like it.
You like it, I love it.
I like it, I love it. You like it, I love it.
I like
We
it, I
like
like
it,
it,
you
I
love
like
it.
it a
All of
lot.
it, all of it, all of it. All right, so again, if you're just getting here, just so you can be confirming here that you're at the right place.
Welcome.
The energy that showed up for the divine feminine and divine masculine, we've got 11, okay? We've got 11, okay? 2 new beginnings for the divine feminine. Again, that's why I keep getting this message that this is really about the divine feminine. This 9 of swords, remember I told you the quickening of the 2 miraculous shifts?
pivot, yeah.
I think this is more about the divine feminine's life. I think the divine masculine already did this. That's why you got the 9 of
They
cups.
would have been doing that. The divine
I
masculine have been
know.
doing it for months now. The divine feminine need to
I know.
realize that the
It's
change
all
has been
good.
made.
It's here. It's time, and it's okay.
Your
you can
fight
trust
is
it.
over.
Mm-hmm.
What's
And
that one
look
with
at
the
that.
one with the dude
There's
fighting
11
the sticks
again.
below him?
Fighting
And
the,
there's
that's
nobody there.
that's the 7 of wands.
That's the card. I
And you know
pictured
what's
just
funny?
now.
You want to know what's really funny?
What?
That's the card I say is it's like before the fool takes the leap.
Mm-hmm.
If you're shifting that into a good energy, the 7 of wands is the same cliff that the fool leaps off of. It's just he went the day before he was going to do it. He went and he got the sticks off of there so that he wouldn't get caught and get stuck. So it's like preparing the way, setting things up. And the fact that you said 7 of wands, and again, don't even see it, didn't even show up. You are here for a reason right now, and I have a feeling that you are proving the divine masculines are preparing the way and setting everything into motion. Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling more drawn to be included and be around and give my energy. This is part of my work in doing my light path ministry. This is part of my torch and my cross being bared. I'm working. Goody, thank you again so much. Oh man, you're amazing. And Signy, thank you, baby. Appreciate you. You guys are so nice. Oh my god. I'm gonna stay up longer.
You're such a goof. Got a King of Pentacles. Ooh, is that money? I'd like to watch this. It's like watching a slot machine for you. Like, oh yeah.
Come on, baby.
Really? You're such a goof. All right. Okay. Guys, I'm feeling real woof right now. Nope. Okay. Come back. That goes over there. Alrighty.
OG seasoned, welcome in. Anna B, welcome in. Jeannie, I didn't say welcome, but welcome in for tapping in earlier. B Beauty, welcome in.
Alrighty. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hold on, guys. I gotta bring in a deck for some reason. We gotta bring in a deck.
Did you say?
I'm gonna shuffle this real quick, guys. Stillness is the key to success.
Whoa,
Mr. Lightwork,
stillness.
you didn't even touch. Look, listen. I show up for myself and the world. Mr. Lightwork, you didn't even touch this deck, and your energy it's repeating your reading. You didn't even
That's wild.
You didn't even touch it.
I was
When
repeating
I
that the entire-
listen, when I allow others to support me, I support them too. Mr.
Holy
Lightwork,
cow.
get out of the cards.
Holy cow.
You guys, Mr. Lightwork has been
Oh,
enlightened
I'm
and
getting
awakened.
stronger.
Oh, you're freaking Super Saiyan right now.
Ah, yes.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. Wait. Okay.
Dancing with consciousness, then it might mean that you need to stay still for 85 years, my love. You must endure until your time is at hand.
All right, we're ready. You ready, everybody?
Ready!
The hair on the back of my neck. Oh my gosh, right when I looked over, it was 318. That is divine. Okay, so.
Light me.
Did you say like you?
Light me. That's from Mulan. When Mushu was on the building.
I remember. You're about to freak out. If you were here for Mr. Lightwork's reading, or sorry, on his channel for his reading, I highly suggest you take a couple deep breaths, okay? Because it's almost as if that reading was actually reading number 1 and this is reading number 2.
2.0?
When I show you what I'm about to show you, you're going to freak out. Who remembers the card that Mr. Lightwork actually read out of the book? Because this is it. This is also the card that showed up to start his message. The first card he pulled when his message was ready to go,
Bruh.
balance. Now, I'm not done. Oh, I'm not
Bro,
done.
what?
I'm not done. Now we also have the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay? All
Remember I
right.
said he didn't know how to
I
wield it?
know.
It's upside down now. He knows how to wield it.
And we have 11 again. 11 again for the twins.
Turn
11 again for the divine feminine, divine masculine. 11 again. Are you going to listen? Are you going to listen? Are you going to listen?
Ooh, she said it 3 times. She needed to stick.
This is
Thank you, Anna.
insane.
Oh, man.
And guess what? Oh, wow. Y'all, this is 11, 11, 11, 11. 4, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Listen to the message.
Okay, everybody ready? I keep asking because I'm the one who's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Breathe.
All right.
Breathe.
Oh my gosh.
Breathe.
Okay, I'm gonna breathe. You're right. I still haven't done it.
No dancing with consciousness. Be still. Listen to the message. Ivory, we're all here for it, baby. Welcome in.
All right.
Oh no, Dana. I hope it's the good kind.
I feel like I have to just kind of zoom into this one particular. Who heard me say, wait, really loud? Somebody heard me, but I can prove it because sometimes something happens where I can't prove it. So I just want to make sure everybody sees that word, right? Everybody sees that word.
Weird.
Somebody heard me when I was shuffling this deck. You heard me say, wait. It's the only thing I said. Wait. I'm freaking shaking right now. This is insane. You have been asked in the past. This is the portal right here. This is the portal. We've already walked through this. It's the portal energy is still present, sure, but we are now in there. You were asked in the previous timeline to wait for not timing, for perfect timing. And what did I tell you? This is a time of miracles where the divine masculine, just like I said, my dad was in that perfect right spot, right? This is a time where the divine masculine and God, source, spirit, universe, and you are all going to be perfectly aligned. You just had to wait for it. You had to wait for 11/11/2020 for everything to have come together fully.
For divine timing.
Holy cow, babe. It's the world.
Get out of here.
You guys, his reading, this is insane. This is insane.
They watched me shuffle those cards too.
They did.
3 times.
That you did
And
it
I
all on the.
shuffled.
That's the funny thing is you did it all here. Sometimes I've had you shuffle before.
And I did it off camera
Right.
sometimes, but I did it on camera.
You set this up, and then they just watched me
Proof.
split the decks.
Proof.
Y'all. Oh, I can't even get my words out. Okay, I get it. There was some fear. There was some pain. There was some frustration. There was a lot of things that had to be healed. But now, 2021 has arrived. The path in this year, do you want to know what happened over the last year? Really over the last several years, a long period of time, sure, everything was getting set in order. But over the last year, the crooked path was straightened. Do you understand me? The crooked path was straightened. And everything is now pointing in the right direction. Everything is now moving forward exactly as it should. 2020 gave us oh my God, this is freaky because it did, because of how everything happened this year. Remember when lockdowns happened and then they would show images of like a satellite over a certain area and how the air pollution or whatever had decreased, or they showed like
by a lot.
images of India where they could see the air for the first time.
Healing herself.
Right. So it's like the only thing that would have brought about these kind of swift changes was something like literally life altering and world changing. 2020 accelerated the global collective by 7 years.
Wow.
2020 accelerated the global collective by 7 years. I'm going to say it one more time because I feel like someone's going to miss it. 2020 accelerated the global collective. You included. You included. By 7 years.
7.
Take a moment. We got to pause because people are not going to listen and you're going to miss something important here. The world is being handed to you. Remember the Two of Wands? He held the world. Guess what? That was the last card in my 1111 portal love letter. And guess what? That was him making the choice to walk through. These people need to hear this, Mr. Lightwork, but so do you. There are things that you guys thought were not going to be possible for you until about 2027. Let's just be real. There were things that you didn't think were going to be possible for you for the next 5 to 10 years that by next year you're going to be able to do, because that God said, I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off for you because you've been afraid to lift it, and I've been trying to show you underneath. I've been healed you. I've been changed you. Man, y'all ain't ready. So, okay. What's been happening over the last 7 years, but really over the past year, and really since prior to such a time as this, a change of the century, what's been happening is God has been setting everything up. This should give a lot of you peace to know that everything was happening in divine timing, in divine order for your good. And now you are being handed the world. You got everything you needed. You were enlightened to the level that you needed to be enlightened in order to receive this miracle. And then after that, you're going to continue to be enlightened. It's not that that's done. It's not that your lessons are over or none of that.
It will only get better because that is what God and the Creator have for you.
Straight up.
Abundance, joy, peace, plentiful, just all the time. Open your arms and accept it.
I'm telling you, everything is going to continue getting better and moving forward and all of that. But where you need to be in order to make the most of this energy is in your joy, in complete contentment, and living a life of thanksgiving by showing gratitude for every single thing you do have or expect to receive.
All the way down to each breath that you take. That is how small and how far down your thanks should go. Thanks for everything.
So a part of the divine lesson of 2020 was making you think you knew. And I'm going to tell you that actually started about a year ago. That started in 2019. They let you think that you knew what was coming. They let you think 2019 was as bad as it could get. Think about how bad it had gotten for you over the last decade, just getting worse and worse. Like, oh my gosh. And it started to get better and you thought, this is it. I'm leaving this energy behind. I'm done with it. I'm going to plan my whole life out. I know exactly what my union story is going to be. You just started going for it. You just knew what you were going to do in 2020.
The year of expectations was
Come
2019.
on. They wanted you to think you knew. They wanted that. This was a final lesson in the power of ego. If you can train your ego, it can suit you, it can work with you, it can be good for you. How to train your dragon, if you will. Okay? But if you can't, your ego will get so slick and so smooth. Just like they say the devil is, like they say the devil's a roaring lion and stuff, but they also say that the devil's not going to come up to you looking like a devil. It's going to come up to you looking like what the most important, beautiful thing you've ever wanted in your whole life. And so what they did was they made you think that you knew, and so that when it finally came through and showed you, when your ego finally showed up and was like, just kidding. It was me all along. You thought that was you, but it was me. Your ego was sliding in, being super smooth like butter. Your ego tricked you for the last year.
You tricked yourself.
You did trick yourself, but the truth is,
That's part of you.
it was the last thing. I will say that. It was the last thing. So I will tell you that it was going to be something that is going to be kind of a big deal, but it was a real small thing that needed to be shifted. It was one of those things that when you're working on yourself, it's easy to sweep under the rug and forget about. But one of those things that it's like the rudder of a ship. The rudder of a ship is really, really small. There's one little thing on a ship that moves it in what direction it goes in, but it controls the whole ship. And so some of these little habits and negative traits and obsessive qualities and all the things that you have, you think it's a little thing. And you go, oh, I just have an attitude problem sometimes, you know? And it's like, no. What you don't understand is that little attitude problem sometimes, your ego has finessed you. DF and DM. DF and DM. This is not just about one or the other. Both of you had been finessed by your ego. And it had given you a false sense of confidence. But that's changing now. That's over, because what needs to be revealed will finally be revealed. Yeah, look at that. Wow, that's 15 right there. That's ego. That's the devil. That's the trick. You were bound. You were bound to an old view of a person. You were bound to old ways, old behaviors, and you
Old
didn't
chaos.
know it. It was the last thing. It's almost like a bird who had a bunch, like, I know this is going to sound weird, but like imagine a little tiny, like, pincher clip like this being attached to a wing. And imagine every single wing on a bird, or feather, I mean, had a little wing, like, clip on it. And slowly but surely, this bird had managed to get all these little clips off of each individual feather. But there was still something that was holding it down to the ground where it couldn't fly. It just couldn't figure out where it was. And it was because there was one last little clip, like all the way underneath in the back of them where they couldn't really reach, holding one last good feather that was really in there. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm sensing. I see. It's funny because you talked about a peacock and now I'm seeing a peacock. But I see you really don't feel shackled. But when you try to move, when you try to fly, you remember that you are. Right? It's someone who's gotten used to being bound. And so that was the last thing. 2020 was meant to rip off the last parts and the last of the bondage, the paper towel. What'd you call it? The toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
Get the toilet paper off there. And so you needed to wait for perfect timing. And during that time, everything you needed was meant to shift you into something powerful. Now, let me tell you something pretty dope about these two cards. Something that a lot of people don't know, and I'll actually show you. Oh, that was weird. Something a lot of people don't know is that the Five of Wands, and I show people this sometimes in their personals. Sometimes the Five of Wands talks about immaturity. So seeing the Page of Swords with the Five of Wands, definitely I'm thinking, yeah, you need to grow up a little bit, sure. But the Five of Wands says, some attributions say that it is a card of gold, gain, and opulence. And the reason that I really identify with that is because if you look at the youth in this card, a few of you have heard me talking about this lately. If you look at this the youth in this card, they're all wearing very nice clothing. Now, there are other youths in this deck that they know how to show people. Think about the Five of Pentacles. They know how to show images of people looking poor or ragged or whatever you want to call it. These children were meant to show almost like, think about like a spoiled prince or like a group of spoiled princes.
I think about
Okay.
Richie Rich when he was sparring.
Yeah, okay. I like that.
With
The stick?
joust,
I don't know.
whatever.
Jouster? Jousting? I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about.
But, and then the Page of Swords is actually, he's the prince of the King of Swords kingdom. So he's the page of he's like the prince, but he's not very confident about himself. And so even though he's actually really, really just a natural, he's been in sword classes his whole life and fencing classes, and he's been training to be a knight his whole, I mean, he's just pretty good and has probably the best training in the world. Because he's in a kingdom where everyone is excellent, he never really feels like he's that great. Because to him, he's just average, if anything. And he knows plenty of people in his kingdom that are better than him, that could probably lead better than him, in his opinion. He doesn't see himself very highly. So to see this, both of which are kind of these youths who don't really know who they are or represent who they are, princes who don't know they're princes, if you will, and don't
Heathens.
they kind of, you know what I mean? I don't want to say that, but that's how they act. It's interesting because this is what we needed to leave behind. We needed to leave behind this sense and this feeling, both counterparts.
It could just be
let me finish, because
sorry.
I'm going to lose it. We needed to leave behind this sense that, we're not special, that we're not important. You know, like when I said to you, you know whose you are now?
Yeah.
You know, I say to myself, I am the child of the one true king. I know who I belong to, and I have to represent myself that way.
Right.
And these are children acting like they don't really know who they are, or knowing who they are, but not being able or willing to represent it. They don't feel like an ambassador of that kingdom, because to them, it's kind of just like whatever.
Right.
And so sometimes when you get too deep into the twin flame community, or into the spiritual community, or into whatever religious belief you have, or whatever work or politics or sports or whatever, when you get too into something, it kind of just becomes flat and boring and blasé and whatever to you, or it even kind of gets tiring and tiresome. And so to see this energy, it's like this was about helping you get kind of used to where you were and helping you remember who you are, but also showing you the dissonance, showing you that there's a way to be in the world but not of it.
Right.
What were you going to say? Do you remember?
No, that
Okay.
was so much better. They had no home training on there. That they weren't represented there.
No, that's
Yeah,
funny.
that's all.
Okay. So seeing this energy here, the fact that the Ten of Wands shows up again for the Divine Feminine, it just makes me feel like the work that needed to be done here was taking out the garbage from our mind. The Divine Feminines needed to clear out the things that were creating stress. But the Divine Masculines needed to learn to have a freaking heart. The Divine Masculines had so much emotional turmoil and then tried to pretend they didn't have feelings. You can't have both and be both and do both. You can't. If you're going to be someone who really, lives with this kind of emotional reliance, then master your emotions and make it beautiful. And if you're going to be someone who tries not to use your emotions and all of that, sure, then be analytical enough to know that you can't deny you have them, And it's just so interesting to see that throughout this time, both counterparts were being brought into their fullness, into this 11 energy, and probably, again, didn't even know it, had no idea. The Divine Feminine was the one all along who needed to create the new beginning, because the Divine Feminine was the one creating the trouble through the negative mind, the negative thinking, through the stress, through the worrying. Everything was going to be on track, whether or not the Divine Feminine knew about twin flames, whether the Divine Feminine liked what was going on or not. Everything was going to be on track. The Divine Feminine created the stress. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be mean. I'm not telling you that by them making mistakes and doing bad things or messing up or being in karmic situations, I'm not telling you that those things are just kind of write them off and that you were just being silly. What I'm telling you is the way that you responded, the way that you reacted, and the way that you allowed it to impact your understanding of twin flames, your view of what the connection is meant to be, and your belief in what the future could hold. That's where you created problems. That's where you created issues. They were going to do this work regardless. You probably barely had any work to do, except in your trust, except in your faith, except in your reliance on spirit rather than people or whatever instant gratification makes you happy. So what does this mean for the Divine Masculine? As they're learning to care. You know what I saw? I saw something today, and I wanted to send it to you. I might have forgotten though. It said something like, the most important part is to care about people without caring what they think. And I get the sense of the Divine Masculine, the way that they were able to separate themselves from the rejection of the people in their life or the rejection of life in general, the way they separated from themselves from it is to say, I don't care. I just don't care about it. But by saying I don't care about anything, they didn't know how to actually do that. So they behaved and they tried to project that lack of being bothered by being uncaring, and it came across as not even caring about themselves. So now it's like, no, you can care about people. The thing that you were doing wrong was the way you were approaching it. You need to instead not care what they think, and they're finally getting it. They're not allowing people to get to them. They're not allowing their heart to be manipulated. They're not allowing anger or embarrassment or anything, any machismo, any ego, none of that stuff, because it really starts with their heart. So they have spent the last 7 years, really even the last year, kind of coming to terms with the fact that they are emotional beings, they cannot get away from their feelings, and that if they can master them, then they can actually utilize them, and it's going to help their intuition, it's going to help them with everything that they're doing in terms of moving forward in the dynamics that they're in. It's going to be a blessing all around. What do we need to understand about that? We already looked at this, right? 10 of Wands. Right? We did. And to me, that said, this is helping them understand you, Divine Feminine. This is helping them understand you, who you are, what is important to you, what matters to you, why you were stressed, why you were overwhelmed. They're learning not to care what you think, meaning they're not going to be upset. They're not going to let you hurt their feelings. They're not going to let you derail them anymore through, not believing them. But they are going to care enough to clean up the mess that they created, the mess that you decided to collect. Because the truth is, along the way, Divine Feminine, everything they threw at you, you could have either used it to build your kingdom or you could have thrown it away if it was trash. So now they have to come into the dump that they created because you decided to hoard their problems. Boy, this is getting real. So what does that mean for the DFs? If you're willing to clean up, Think back to the last 10 years of your life. I'm not just talking about twin flame wise. Think back to every relationship. Think back to your family, your friends, and your counterparts. Think back and ask yourself where your own bad habits, your own tendencies. We talked about this the other day in that alignment reading, right? Some of you forget that you've always been obsessive, that you've always been boy crazy or girl crazy. Some of you forget that you've always gone after people that have different orientations than you because it's fun or whatever. You know what I mean? And then you get into twin flames and you bring that toxic behavior over, and then you try to say twin flames are toxic. No, you are. So some of you need to look back and ask yourself where the twin flame stuff has just become a justification for your behaviors. And what's back here? Wow, this is insane. It's 11 again.
This is just ludicrous.
This doesn't even make any sense. I don't even know if this is possible. It's happening on camera, so I know it's happening, but I'm also kind of in shock. Divine Feminine, instead of focusing on the stress and the pain and when is my new beginning coming, when is union, when are we going to initiate this, when is my DM going to step into their full potential, when are we going to lead sovereignly together, when are we going to be able to manifest together, when. Focus on your cup of love the right way. Focus on the new beginnings the right way. Like, instead of trying to figure out when your DM's going to come in and do it, you do it. Instead of trying to figure out when your DM is going to, show up and bring love into your life, you bring love into your life. Instead of all the things that you've been doing over the past however long, the truth is you've been backwards. You were meant to be, I guess. I don't understand this. I guess you were meant to be backwards to bring balance to the two of you. But I also feel like there's a part of this that says you can't stay backwards. This dissonance was created to make sure that the changes that needed to happen to prepare the twin flames for their prosperity, for their abundance, for their greatest life, these things all had to happen. But now that they're here, or now that we've gotten the energy we need, it's time to go back and fix the problems. Because you were focused on the wrong thing while the divine masculine was focused on the right thing. And moving forward, the divine masculine is going to be focused on what you're focused on. If you focus on love, it's going to encourage them to keep finding love and tapping into that part of them, the intuitive part of them that was missing and stopping them from having their spiritual fullness. If you don't, they're going to be more worried about fixing you. You fix yourself, okay? All right. So this is dope. We see that this is where we've been. This is what 2020 was all about. Oh yeah. So he or she has been finding their gifting. 2020 has been about showing the divine counterparts that it's not fulfilling to live a life without their gifting, and their gifting is tied to the deepest part of who they are, all going back to that original message of God is working on everything and getting everybody lined up for that perfect moment. Okay. What's the miracle? Wow.
I believe in miracles.
The miracle is my positive energy leaves a powerful impression on the world. So it's interesting that we had this 9 of Swords, it's all about negative energy. Very yucky, holding on to the worst, thinking the worst. Again, the self-fulfilling prophecy. But in the same way that a self-fulfilling prophecy can be negative, it can be positive. And I just kind of get the sense here that your positive energy leaving a powerful impression on the world happens when you make the decision to speak life, to create prophetic instances where you can come over to someone and say, you're going to be amazing. How many times have you spoken death or negativity or awful things onto your divine counterpart, especially in an argument? How many times have you spoken death or negativity or, emptiness, sadness over your twin flame journey? If you're on any ASCENT channel, we here believe in union in this lifetime. Reunion this lifetime is real. Mr. Lightwork and I are proof. If you don't believe in that, you can still watch the readings. It's just not going to always connect and it's going to rub you the wrong way. But if you do, well then anything negative you speak over your union, that's dissonance. That's proof you don't really believe in it. And you can't keep doing that. If you're going to walk through this portal and make the most of it, just like I told you over here, you have to be in that positive, that 10 of cups, that good space. Guess what? It has to continue. That's not just something to get you through it. It's going to be what gets you the most out of the future energy that keeps coming back up. Your positive energy will leave a powerful impression on the world. You can prophesy good things over others and yourself. Affirmations are good. Manifestation is good. Prayer, thanksgiving, thanking God for every gift and skill and ability you have. See the good in the world and then be the good in the world. Positive energy leaves a powerful impression on the world. The Twin Flame Collective is upgrading as a whole.
7 years.
And then this is okay. Can you do me a favor? There's right there, the fourth book up. Can you grab that? And then you're going to go through that book, and you're going to try to look through right here. I'll be right back in like 3 seconds. I want you to go through and I want you to see if you can find this phrase. Okay, if it's not there, see if you can find one similar, but they should have it. Okay, back to this now. So, okay, interesting. A lot of you must have been doing good manifestation work. I know I have. I know I've been doing a lot to help people shift. Okay. I think a lot of us have been trying to figure out our light work this year. A lot of us have been given opportunities to be a blessing in the lives of others this year, just because of how bad off a lot of people were. You found it?
Yep.
Okay, so, oh my gosh, and it's message number 33. OMG. Okay, let's read this. This is the first sentence. It says, even if you're a chatterbox like me. All right, guys, ready? I just looked over and it was 411 and then it changed. We have 415 in the chat now, but it was 411. Even if you're a chatterbox like me, the truth is that your energy speaks louder than your words. So understanding the power of your energy and thoughts is important. Many people take it for granted. They think that if they say and do all the right things, people will like them. But we all pick up on each other's energy. Even if it only happens on a subconscious level, we can tell when someone's words or actions don't reflect their energy. Wow. 422, right when I look over. Geez Louise. It's important to accept the power of your thoughts and feelings in order to learn how to leave a positive and powerful energy impression. That is where the divine masculine has been. They have been learning to understand how to use both. This is insane. This is amazing. God, I love you. You are so beautiful and good.
All the time.
Okay. It's important to accept the power of your thoughts and feelings in order to learn how to leave a positive and powerful energy impression. Okay. Before you enter any environment where you'll be sharing your energy with others, use the following exercise for clearing your energy field and enhancing your magnetism. Start by taking a deep, full breath, expanding your diaphragm, and on the exhale, release the breath while your diaphragm contracts. Continue this cycle of deep breathing as you clear your mind and set positive intentions. Say to yourself, I choose to remove any negative energy I've been holding on to. I choose to retrieve all the positive energy around me and within me. My intention is to share my positive energy with the world. I'm going to hold this up. I don't know if you want to screenshot it, type it so you can copy and paste it. Are the quotes on there, babe? Is it right? I can't really see it.
Up a little bit.
Up a little bit? Okay.
Boom.
What does it say, babe? Can you read it out loud?
Say to yourself, I choose to remove any negative energy I've been holding on to. I choose to retrieve all the positive energy around me and within me. My intention is to share my positive energy with the world. With your breath and positive.
Okay, that's good. Okay. I'm going to read it one more time. I choose to remove any negative energy I've been holding on to. I choose to retrieve all the positive around me and within me. My intention is to share my positive energy with the world. You guys, I think we need a mantra for the Twin Flame Collective, man.
I think that was it. That was nice.
This is weird. That's
either something similar or that's it.
Messengers of love, man. All right. So it says, with your breath and positive intentions, you can completely shift your mood and set yourself up to share your greatness with everyone you meet. Now, what's interesting is, what did you say? In the beginning, you said, be grateful even for every breath you breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Your breath, every inhalation and exhalation. I remember sitting here thinking, you know, some of y'all need to pray like you breathe. But I didn't say it out loud because I felt like it was mean. But now I think the message is actually supposed to be saying, listen, every breath you breathe in and out should be cleansing the energy of the world. every breath you breathe in and out. That if you can make sure that as you breathe in and out, just like when you get in the shower and you're like, I'm cleansing myself, of the water is going over me and I feel the energy, that energy leaving my body. I feel renewed. I feel refreshed. If you can do that, then you can walk around every day breathing and thinking every breath I take, I am a walking, like I'm a tree. Trees give us clean oxygen, right? I am cleaning the negative energy. I will be that conduit. I will be that vessel. I will do that.
That breath is cleaning the lack of air within you, the lack of life in that moment. Your breath out, it's essentially death for a second until you breathe back in.
Wow. Whoa.
It's clearing out that death when you bring that life back into you.
Whoa.
This is the depth of each and every breath that your God has given to you.
Whoa. You really went very, whoa, babe. Wow. Whew. Okay. Leaving sheesh, babe. Leaving a positive energy impression will serve you in many ways. While it can greatly help you in connecting with others, the most important benefit is that you will feel a greater sense of support and life flow.
Oh,
yeah.
with all the cups
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
Ooh.
This principle will help you clear your energy before you enter a new situation so that you can always leave a positive impression. Practice this the next time you enter a room. Whether you're meeting with someone you know very well or a complete stranger, simply test drive this exercise so you can access it at all times. The miracle message is, my positive energy leaves a lasting impression on the world, a powerful impression on the world. So, twin flames everywhere. Don't miss the memo. If you need to share this message in your own words with people that you know, share it. But I think that right now, this energy and this message of positivity and unity, again, not to get political, so go ahead and throw that out the window. But real quick, a statement is just examine the yin and yang of the new leaders of the free world. The president and vice president elect are a young minority, brown or black, right? What you would be used to seeing in the yin and the yang, and then an elder white majority that you're used to seeing in the yin. It's so interesting that as we go into the year of the twin flame, as we go into this new season and this new cycle, how things are shifting, how things even in the real world, in the 3D world that seemingly have nothing to do with the woo-woo, it's even there. Pay attention. Don't miss out. And mods, do me a favor and go ahead and get any nonsense out with the election, please. I want to make sure that nobody starts talking trash because I think it's ridiculous. We're in a reading about twin flames. Now, let's go. What do we need to know?
Let's go. What do
We've got Page of Pentacles. Oh, and there's the Justice. I felt it.
Bro, all the pages are
Justice.
upside down.
I know you.
That novice stage is over.
It's over.
The time is now.
Divine masculine, divine feminine. Shining stars together. Okay. Oh dear. I just got another message. God keep having me go to these other decks, y'all. Hold on a second. So I'm being led. I don't know what card that is though. I see a card from my my sexy deck that I use. But hold on, I gotta get it. I gotta find the card. I don't remember what image it is. I can see it.
Thank you, Goody. You are so kind.
Oh, Goody, thank you.
Old high school account, thank you again.
Where is it?
J. Renee, thank you. Anna, thank you. Dancing with Consciousness, thank you.
Here.
Gina, welcome.
Is.
OG season, thank you.
Okay. Wow.
We appreciate each and every one of you.
This is crazy.
Much love.
So this deck that I just grabbed. We've got the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Cups is what's in my hand where I finally found the energy, and we've got the Seven of Cups here. So we're definitely on the right track. So what I was looking for though, which is, the reason I showed you that is because this is 1-7. What I was looking for is this image. This is what I saw. I saw this. Now this image is the tree of life or something. I can't remember what it is now that I'm saying that. Is that correct?
That's what it looks like.
It's like representing some, oh man, I think that's it. But it's on the Ten of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite. And even though I saw this, I saw it on this card. So I think I need to read from this deck. So it's the stars The stars. Hold on. I think I need to read the chalices and the chalices. Hold on. Let me read that first because I think that has to do with old energy. This is crazy, you guys. So the knave of chalices. Oh, the knave is the page. Not the knight. It's the page of cups. Holy cow. Another page. Okay, hold on. The page of cups is jealousy. The magic of the ink. Doubts are slinking along in the distance. You must find a way to communicate and meet in spite of the considerable distance. So the divine masculine was jealous. And they did not like being in separation. That's a message. And then the divine feminine is the 7 of cups, and that's flight of fancy. The magic of the 4 leaves of mint, which totally makes me think of the 4 of wands, which is like the magic of the portal. Hold on. The penetrating perfume of mint is like the thought of our loved one upon us. It fuels ideals and plans of love. What is flowing away right now is the fantasy of what we think should be the plan or the ideal of what is a perfect relationship. Some of y'all just found out you were twin flames in these past couple years, and now you think that the whatever it was that you believed about relationships in that moment is what you should be looking forward to forever. No. When you found out about twin flames, you should have immediately looked at every relationship you've ever had and said, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have absolutely no idea how to make this right. I am terrible at love. If twin flames are real and I have a person out there who is for me, everything I've ever done has been wrong, and I cannot move forward in that same way. So divine masculine and divine feminine both getting messages here, but the divine masculine is shifting. Masculine is no longer in a place of jealousy. They're in the Ace of Pentacles. They're realizing that the only way, instead of focusing on the divine feminine, Page of Pentacles in reverse, I got it. The only way that they can actually get where they need to be to step alongside the divine feminine and be who they need to be is to take a hold of grab the pentacle. Stop being overwhelmed at everything you think you're not, and use what you've got to become who you're supposed to be. It's the self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, go ahead.
That's how y'all got Mr. LightWork doing tarot. Picking up what I got and using it and just walking in whatever I'm supposed to be doing at that moment.
How did I do this? What did I do wrong? Okay, so now I'm going to just read what actually drew me to this deck. I can't believe I took 2 decks out of a drawer today. Okay, so it's called The Stars. Attraction. The magic of the union.
Whoa.
I can't breathe.
Brave.
I'm sorry.
Thanks, Shawnee.
Look, the stars, attraction, the magic of the union. You guys don't have to believe me. It's just true.
Read it for yourself.
Okay. An action aimed at attracting with no obligation brings serenity and relieves the soul of pettiness. It is a romantic, it is only a romantic invitation to love. The rest will come spontaneously. Let me read it one more time. Because I feel like the fact that I just came out the bag with this from another deck and saw a stars, and then because of the one in the
out the box.
Oh
out the bag.
My gosh.
Is that a star?
The star is underneath it the whole time.
Is that a star with a bunch of stars under it, like the one
but I saw this, but I didn't know if it was on the stars or if it was on the 10 of Pentacles in this one.
And that
because
looked
this,
the same to
these,
me.
yes, this is the stars in this deck. But I did not see the star. I saw 1-7 after I saw this in my head and thought, is that the stars? But I wasn't sure, so I had to go get it. Because I would have just read directly from the book if I knew it was the stars, but I had to see the picture. Focus, Grace. Read this again. The stars, attraction, the magic of the union. An action aimed at attracting with no obligation brings serenity and relieves the soul of pettiness. It is only a romantic invitation to love. The rest will come spontaneously. The miracle. Man, y'all ain't ready. Okay, so here's what's happening. We're shifting from this energy into this energy. This kind of goes with this. I'm gonna just kind of throw this over here in case we need it. I don't think we do, but this goes with this. This is this. This is this.
This
is the magic of the union, y'all. Just, this is insanity, okay? Can we please? Okay. So, okay, actually, I have to leave this alone. I need to do the interpretation because it's we need to go to bed. Well, you need to go to bed. I got to work. So, Page of Pentacles. This new energy is bringing about a shift. And the next thing that happens after the Page of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles. So what's coming is we've been hearing good news. We've been getting understandings that our financial matters are shifting. We've been getting the message of wanting to do something more challenging, but we did need to clear the path and clear the way. And we knew that we were coming into a new area of study, but again, we didn't really know how seriously to take it. But that energy has now shifted. What does that mean? Holy cow. That's 11. Page and Earth. Page, I can't talk. Page and 10. I can't speak words.
Come on now.
The 10 of Swords is reversed. You know, you guys thought that after the 9 of Swords had to come the 10 of Swords. But have you ever considered that maybe after the 9 of Swords would come the 10 of Swords in reverse? That yes, it's a change. And here's the thing. Upright, it's the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change. Expect things to get better. We're recovering from an addiction. The 10 of Swords in reverse says you can go through the ending without the ego pain. Why? Because you've dealt with it. You've learned. You've learned to take a look at yourself and be honest with yourself. You've learned to assess situations without trying to manipulate the truth. At least with yourself, you've learned to be real. And because of that, not only can you expect things to get better, but you can expect things to get better than you think.
Great job.
Not only can you expect things to feel less addictive, right? Feel less bound, but you can almost get the sense of going cold turkey, leaving behind old bad habits and traits with ease.
Ooh, Queen of Wands from my reading. Choosing
Just turning to look away. It's like my dog. When I taught my dog, some of you guys know he is highly trained. He is an extremely well-trained dog. He can be off leash and walk next to me and have ducks and cows and I don't know, I'm just naming words, or animals, squirrels, everything, and he will not run unless I tell him he's allowed to. One of the things that you can teach your dog, and not even that you teach them, it's what they do as a natural reaction. If you don't want your dog to look to try to get something, like if you put something on the floor. Right now, I could put a treat on the floor in the middle of my living room and tell my dog, leave it. And if I say leave it, he will literally look away from it to not be tempted.
Remove the temptation.
That's how well trained he is. Are you well trained enough that God can put something in your face like a twin flame and then say, leave it? And instead of staring at it and being obsessed and saying, I can't, I just have to pick it up, I have to eat it, I have to touch it, I can't stop myself, that you could just turn your head and say, I'm going to focus on something else. Not trying to ask you if you're a dog or better trained than a dog and blah, blah, blah. But think about what I'm saying. If my dog is willing to do that.
It's about self-control.
Come on.
Don't be petty.
You are there we go. Easing the soul of pettiness. Oh, thank God, Mr. Lightwork. Because boy. So yes, this 11 energy in the grand scheme of things to me says now that we've been brought into alignment, divine can properly step in and allow the energy to flow. God was not going to let. Did it just start pouring when I said that? Jeez Louise. God was not going to let anything happen. God was not going to let you miss anything just because you were being stubborn, just because maybe you were being a bad kid. You know what I mean? God was not going to let you miss it.
It might be delayed. He's not going to give you a
But it
reward
wasn't
for
even
nothing.
really a delay. The truth is he was going to let you feel like it was a delay just so that you would learn your lesson.
The only reason it feels like a day is because you have an expectation of it becoming sooner.
Hello.
Come on now.
So that energy is leaving. We no longer have to have this constant feeling of being humbled because we've got too much ego or, constant feeling of, oh, I messed up, so now I got to get punished. That's gone. No more of that. So then what happens? What do we move into? Well, that 11 comes through into the 5D and we are ready. The divine feminine and the divine masculine are ready to not only use their gifts, but also their power. They're ready to step into the fullness of who they are. They're grounded. They are in a very loving and open state. They're paying attention to the people in their lives in a new way. Things are shifting because they allowed themselves to be brought into alignment. What is that going to do for them in the 5D? That is going to give them. Remember I said that this is one of those things you're going to actually feel the difference, see the difference, know that there's been a shift. Because like I said, even YouTube having a shutdown of all days on 11/11 is just proof that it's like, no, it's palpable. It's tangible. You're going to know. What is it we need to understand? Get out of here. Is this...
Are you kidding me?
I feel like I must not have split these the way that I thought or something. That has to be it. I guess that was supposed to be... I know, but then I split these this way, and I must not have split them. I thought I did. I don't know. I guess I was distracted. But the fact that this is showing up, this is kind of crazy. This is crazy. Okay, sorry. All right, anyways. To me, this says, this is divine intervention. And the truth is, it's a new beginning with us and divine. This is, I see the lovers. That's what I see right now. I see the lovers. Okay. So the Wheel of Fortune says instant manifestation, which is something we know is happening today. The Wheel of Fortune says, as you walk through this portal, make sure you have a because if you're a twin flame, the instant manifestation isn't going anywhere. You've been given the power. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
You guys need to be really careful. We all do. Because the Twin Flame Collective was just given the full charge up, and everything we say and do moving forward will instantly manifest.
That's why we must speak live.
Wow. Okay. Be careful, guys. Be careful. I'm going to say that. You are here to bring justice, and you are going to be given everything you need to do so. So be cautious with your words. Be very, very aware of your verbiage here. So what does that mean for the Divine Masculine? Well, again, they're ready to seize the opportunity. They are ready to take this on. And if you let them, they also are willing to focus on you. Babe, it's the Queen of Cups. Over here,
joke, right?
this is, I don't know how it's happening. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm just reading the cards at this point. If you just got here, you probably think we set this up, but everyone else can tell you this is not a joke. This all got shuffled out and split out. And this, again, the Divine Masculine before and after is in 11-11 energy. Do you understand? And look at this. Back here, they said, I will focus on cleaning up my mess with my Divine Masculine. Okay? Or with my Divine Feminine. I'll do it. Right? But the truth is, if the Divine Feminine instead could just be the Divine Feminine, instead of being the wounded feminine, then they can just focus on loving her or loving him instead. And I think that moving forward, the Divine Feminines, especially those who see this, they're going to be willing to step into that. Now, here is where we need to understand. We had to pull this deck out for some reason in order to get this message. Okay, hold on. So the Divine Feminines was, what was the Seven of Cups about? It was, I have read too many messages now.
Thank you, OG.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so sweet. I appreciate everyone who's been donating, all the members who've joined today. Like I said, the lowest membership is $1.99. So if you're supporting that and you're willing to just kind of slide us $2 a month, that's amazing, because that crowdsourcing,
really
right? It is, and it helps keep things live and free for everyone else, and it's not really that much. So I love that collective vibe with that. Okay, Chalice's 7 was the Flight of Fancy. Okay, got it. So the 7 of Cups is reversed. Got it. Okay, interesting. The fact that this comes up here says the Divine Feminine is willing. That's good. So Divine Feminine, and there's the 17, because you focus on the magic of the union. This freaking reading is insane. Okay, so Divine Feminine, it turns out that you are willing to let go of the fantasy, of the plans, of the ideals, and instead allow the romance to happen spontaneously. Okay.
Spontaneously.
So what do we need to know? Oh, yeah. It's that, because I'm pretty sure the way that I split these, but still, even the way that that's still crazy to me. Divine Feminine, by focusing instead on, because even a rainbow, it's like the rainbow was the miracle, actually. Whoa. This is crazy. The rainbow was the miracle after the storm. Mm-hmm. The Divine Feminine just has to look to the rainbow. Rather, the 7 of Cups has the storm on it. Focus on the rainbow instead of the storm. The storm is over, and you're focusing on the aftermath instead of focusing on the fact that you're still alive and there's still breath in your lungs for you to change. Holy cow, I can't keep up with all the syncs and the signs and the words, and it's too many things. Divine Feminine, it is time for you to shine. The Divine Masculine is here to follow your lead. You shine, we shine together. Holy cow. I don't even know what to do, guys. I'm gonna read this one. This is. I gotta read this one more time, because this is crazy. You know what? And I'm gonna read it from here too. Okay, hold on. And then we'll be done, guys. I know it's getting late for a lot of you, especially on the East Coast. 7, Divine Feminine, lay the path out here. Oh no, the stars. An action aimed at attracting, with no obligation, brings serenity and relieves the soul of pettiness. It is only a romantic invitation to love. The rest will come spontaneously. Okay. It opened at 20.
That was the third time I've heard that.
Ha. Okay.
Must Mike meets a snake.
It says, go ahead, wish upon a star. The angels say you have every reason to feel hope and happy expectation. Come on, you guys. Believe in your dreams. Look to your future with optimism, excitement, and confidence. Challenging times are now behind you. Brighter times are ahead. Come on, guys. This is actually, how many? They're literally repeating the same messages over and over again. Some of you already got it the first time around, but some of you, they're doing it for you.
It must be for the new ones that are now.
It's not just for the new ones. It's for some of the people, some of the most stubborn ones who've been here since the very beginning. Yeah. You are that love.
Oh, you've been following us for months.
Years. You think that I'm giving you a hard time. All I'm trying to tell you is think about how loved you really are. You think I'm trying to point it out to give you a bad rap or something. No, look at how loved you are, that they would give you signs and syncs, because they know that the only way you're going to respond to things in the vibration you're in and in the unwillingness to see the truth, the only way you'll respond is to signs and syncs.
Every time you look in the right place, you find them.
Come on and listen. It says, make your plans with the long view in mind. Guys, this is crazy.
Which view?
The long view. Now is the time to envision your life the way you want it to be and take action in that direction. I do not see the star as really an action card, and yet in both this deck and the the angel deck, we see the word action come up with the star. So not only make a plan, but then act, okay? The expectations you create for yourself are planted in fertile soil. Trust and follow your intuition as it's right on target. Additional meanings of this card are faith, a sense of purpose, a prosperous new beginning, being on the right path. Celebrate your victories. Stay optimistic about the future. Develop a sunshiny outlook and attitude. Be the light. Be the light. I'm serious. Be the light. This is incredible. This is a message for both counterparts. This is a message that all divine feminines everywhere must hear, though. Divine masculines everywhere, according to this reading, are going to do their job regardless. It is really the divine feminines who are getting confused, who are allowing separation to drive them crazy, who are allowing a lack of connection with God, source, spirit, universe, whatever their center is. They're allowing that to kind of be swept under the rug while they blame their DM or they blame a tarot reader or whatever. But the truth is, it's them. There is so much that the divine feminine collective must do to step up. But the truth is, the only reason it's being revealed to you is because you're fully capable. Mm-hmm. The only reason they're asking this of you, the only reason that when you and your heavenly counterpart were in the heavenly realm and you did rock, paper, scissors to see who was gonna be the divine feminine, who was gonna be the divine masculine. I'm just kidding. That's probably not how you did it. But when you said, I'll be the divine feminine, that said you were willing to be a part of this energy that you're in right now, knowing how hard it would be. Knowing that it would be even harder because you're the one who does know the truth and also has to deal with the lies. Your divine masculine gets to live in blissful ignorance a lot of the time. You don't. You chose that and you knew you were strong enough. So please remember the moments. Remember where you came from. Remember how loved you are. You are missing out on so much goodness, and they're making sure you see this message now so that you do not miss out on the chance to pour love out onto your divine counterpart, to lead the way, and then allow them to lead you, which is what you've really been wanting.
What's that card?
What?
With the dude wearing the black robe. And
the Five of Cups.
Three.
You had that in your reading. 5 of Cups.
The one that with the 3 cups are knocked
spilled
over.
out because he ain't having a party.
Right. So there's like 5 cups spilled out, and he's got 3 behind him that are still full, and he's mad about the 5.
No, there's 3 cups spilled out in front of him. There's 2 behind him.
Okay, so it's the 5 cups altogether.
He's mourning the loss of something when there is love behind him that is going to fulfill him.
I completely understand. Now take that to the next level. The love that you are missing out is so much more than those 2 cups worth. It's a waterfall of love that you're missing out, and you're mad about 3 little cups, 3 itty bitty cups, while your back is turned to the waterfall that is the love of Creator.
Wow.
Refocus.
Wow.
Refocus.
Okay. Well, this was
Thanks, Lanice. Thanks, OG.
incredibly intense. I am grateful that you guys were willing to join us for this. I know that, again, it's kind of late for many of you, or early. It might even be the next day for you, whatever. But this 11/11 reading, this will go down in the history books. I have a feeling. I have a feeling that some of the things that were said and seen and shown and revealed today are going to be some things you need to come back to frequently, but at least everyone should hear this once. So this is one of those readings, you guys know I don't ask too often, but this is one of those readings. Share this reading. Like it. Even if you comment. Matter of fact, if you listen to this whole thing, comment 2 flames. Comment 2 flames. Because every time you comment, it brings the video back into the algorithm. And it brings this video back onto somebody's recommendation page who needs it. And so if we have to kind of, ask YouTube for permission to get this message out through a comment, then we'll do it. Because I'm telling you guys, this was insanity.
Needs to be heard.
Complete insanity how everything just fell out. You have to be crazy to believe this because it just was so crazy. You can't make it up. So yeah, guys, we're grateful for you. This is a new ministry. We are going to be doing the same things, just in a bigger and better way. And we're going to be doing some new things in a way that is more specific to the collective we serve, which is the Twin Flame Collective. So I am Fiery Grace. My channel is now known as Ascent 1111. And we offer Ascension Spiritual Coaching. Mr. Lightwork is Ascent 911. Okay, again, you see that 911. Mr. Lightwork is going to he's going to bring a lot of things to your attention, and he's also going to provide, especially for divine masculines, messages for people who are coming out of the dark place. He is that dim light in the darkness that you don't realize how bright it can be until you've been sitting in pitch black for a long time, and you go, oh, I needed that. I wouldn't have valued it any other way other than if I had to be put in darkness. And I think Mr. Lightwork is that way, where the things that he says it's so important, and yet sometimes we refuse to hear it. We do not want to hear the truth. He's going to give you that. So if you're interested, make sure you follow Mr. Lightwork at Ascent 911. And again, thank you for being with me. Thank you for continuing to support my ministry and my channel. This is my life's work, and blessing you guys with this truth. This is what I'm here to do. I love it. I love being here, and I'm
bringing
grateful.
that light to the light workers.
Yeah, straight up. Exactly. So welcome. I'm Fiery Grace. I am an intuitive life strategist here, and everything that I offer you is 100% free on YouTube. Okay. Anything that you see here, it's all free. It's all for you. If you're interested in working with me, I have options as low as a few dollars. And then I have coaching programs where you can work with me in the long term for 3 to 6 months as a professional personal coach, as a spiritual guide or consultant, as a small business guide and consultant. There's plenty of things that I'm able to offer you. But most of all, the main thing I'm trying to do is help you get to your light work, y'all. So if you need me, check out my website. You can go to thefierygrace.com. You can go to ascent1111.com. I've got a bunch of new brands that I'm working on and trying to build for the Twin Flame Collective. So you're going to start to see a lot of new things coming out to support those of us who wish we had more support. I wish I had a me when I was starting my Twin Flame journey.
I said that in the video the other day.
You did? You know? That's so funny. And so, yeah, I'm here. So check us out. You can email me, thefierygrace@gmail.com. If you need anything, there's also an auto reply you'll get back that will walk you through what it's like to work with me. We accept PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. And those of you who are sending messages via, or not messages, but donations via Cash App and Venmo, we always appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, where's my little paper? By the way, we have our October winners for the Master Manifestor Protection Set, as well as the kids back to school. I call it that because I was supposed to give it away a long time ago. Back to school set. So congratulations to Marlene, Eric, Lydia, Judith, Kimberly, Stephanie O, Jamie N, Lindsay B, Kara, and Dana, and Lise. I think that's everybody. So all of you guys, thank you, Mr. Lightwork, for pulling those names for me. All of you should have gotten an email. You should have gotten it by now, so go ahead and respond. And if you're like, what are you talking about, Grace? Every month I give away a gift set or a reading or something. And pretty much the way that I draw is I just draw from whoever has made a purchase or a donation of 1111 or more. So if you're not interested, you don't have to participate. No biggie, no big deal. Keep watching free readings and stuff. But if you are interested, then please do go ahead and buy an exclusive or donate or whatever. Now, here's the cool thing. Moving forward for next month, guess what? One of the boxes, because I'm going to give away 2 boxes every month for the rest of the year at least. One of the gift sets I'm giving away is going to be pulled from my members.
What?
So if you want to win a gift set, there's 2 ways now to do it. You can either be a part of it by making a purchase at thefierygrace.com of 1111 or more, or sending a donation in. Or you can just be a member, which the trick is, if you're a member, you only have to basically pay $1.99 to be a member. So that's a way to make sure that you get
Cheat
the deal.
code revealed. Cheat code revealed.
So I just thought about that the other day. I feel like my members should also have a chance, but members, make sure that you look out for the drawing, because I may not have your email, okay? And I may not have any way to tell you that you've won other than to announce it here and then hope I can get through to you. So, all right, everybody, I think that's everything. Again, if you are really vibing with this video and you want other people to see it and you've made it this far, please comment 2 flames, 2 fires, 2 fiery twin flames. Fire! All right, I think that was everything. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for keeping your vibe high, for really listening and taking in this message, because we're here.
Yeah, baby.
This is it.
This is it.
Mr. Lightwork is repeating me.
Mr. Lightwork is repeating me.
I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. He's loopy. That's why you need to go to bed.
It's the longest I ever been up. In my whole life.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and again, thank you everybody who donated. You guys,
That was the reason I kept going. It energized me.
really, he's such
King
a
of Pentacles!
That's your Super Saiyan, and just gotta put a coin in your coin slot. Just kidding. All right, everybody. Really? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What about like with tip drill and then they swipe? All right, I'm done. All right, I love you guys. I'm going.
Okay, bye.
Bye. I love you. You said blurp to that, babe. You didn't like that one?
Blurp.